John, just focusing on the team right now, what do you think is going to take from your group right now to kind of get out of this funk and back in the win column?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of simplifying and coming back to your game. I mean, I think, obviously, I'm still pretty new here, but I could sense that the guys weren't really happy with the game even before the break, and then coming in after the break, and you start with 2 tough losses. And I guess to come out of a slump like that, you just got to simplify and build yourself up again.
You've been on really good teams in the past. I mean, Stanley Cup finals and the whole 9 yards. Is this just a natural stage of any season that any team can go through?
Yes, absolutely. And honestly, like, if you look at a game too, you can't play a perfect game. It's going to be mistakes out there, and there's going to be turnover. You just have to limit them. But if it happens mistake, the other 4 guys and eventually the goalie as well, he just needs to obviously help out. And I think now we're just breaking down too many times during a shift. So I think we just got to get back to the team game, knowing what we're going to do, and then just like the skill and the offense take over after that.
It's one thing to say that you guys need to simplify your game, but how hard is that to execute, especially when you have more emotions at play now, higher stakes at play, a team that's expected to win? How hard is that to actually execute?
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to execute, but I think it just has to come down to that everyone in the locker room agrees to that, okay, let's just start simplify it. And if that takes the first period in the game, you just do whatever, dump it in every time, and you go forecheck as hard as you can. And eventually you're going to feel like, okay, we're getting some momentum from this. And I think when you start feeling good about your game, your best players in the offense are going to take care of itself as well.
How about yourself personally? How do you feel individually in your first 8 games?
It's been a little bit up and down for sure. I got a lot better. So, I mean, it's still part of the process, obviously, but maybe when I look at myself too, just simplify it a little bit, and when the chances get there, or we're feeling like we're getting momentum, just let the game come to me instead of trying to chase the game or force something. So I think for myself and as a team, I think it was a little bit of a step forward yesterday, but now we just have to do it as much as we can over 60 minutes.
Have you had to make any adjustments following surgery, or is everything feeling okay and you're feeling pretty good?
Yeah, like I said, it's still part of the process. I didn't expect myself to come in and not feel anything, or just, I mean, all the other guys have played 60 games or whatever. This is my 8th game. So, but yeah, like I said, it's still part of the process. But yeah, I feel like I'm moving a lot better. There's still some stuff that I have to overcome, but at the end of the day, I feel better than I did before. I feel like I'm skating or having better motion at least. Like
you said, you're a new guy. You have fresh eyes in that locker room. What's your early takeaways from your head coach, Chris Knoblauch?
Yeah, no, I think obviously before I signed, I had a really good talk with him and Stan and Paul as well. So I think obviously during a slump like this, I don't feel like he's been changing a lot. Obviously, he's probably it's a little bit harder, but at the end of the day, I think the way he coaches is kind of the same. And also at the end of the day, like, it's up to us players to change the momentum, or change the momentum, I would say, during a game. So like I said, it's on all of us, but at the end of the day, like, coaches give you the opportunity, but then you have to go out there and execute.
A little bit of a curveball here. Why the number 36?
Well, obviously number 3 retired, RB number 33, and then I was looking at 92, but Podolskin has that. So I went with 36. That's my grandpa's birth year, and he meant a lot to me growing up. So I felt like that was a good thing, and he passed away 2 years ago. So it's pretty meaningful. So I'm trying to wear it as good as I can.